Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Blueprints. Day 11. Yo, look at all those extra 20 footsteps that we got. That's very cool. I have two competing goals today. And we're gonna go take a look at that whole situation and decide which of these we're pursuing. It depends on RNG. I would love to just get more new rooms we have not been in before. That would be great. However, if we can go back down to the crypt and poke around in the catacombs some more, we drained the reservoir, so maybe I can get in there? No. I would love to start with two special items. That would be super, super, super good. That would be so good. But we're going to do the root cellar because I've never done the root cellar. We have a potato. We have several potatoes. Digging. Oh, so many dig spots. Holy cow. So many dig spots, so many potatoes. Search continues. Author and illustrator whose fanciful stories name Marion Marigold was last seen by a Friday getting into a carriage after late. No sign has been found yet. XYZ ABC? Does that matter? Why is this paperclip, like, why is this part of a thing, part of a newspaper headline or whatever, paperclipped to a card of some sort? Oh, there's so much in this game. Alright, so what are you? Mount Holly family tree. Okay. So we have Baron Thomas Sinclair and Baroness... Oh man, I'm so bad at reading stuff. Auravel? Auravel, kind of. This blurred is kind of messing with me a little bit. So we had Baron Thomas Sinclair. I feel like I need to... You know what? I don't need to write this down. I can literally just take a screenshot. That's the power of technology. Interesting that there's like maybe another sibling at the top that is missing. Like the very right edge has been torn up. The Sinclair and Epson crests merge to form the new like Mount Holly crest. Got it. Okay, let's just title this Family Tree. Yeah. Okay. So there's also Lord William Epson and Lady Ashlyn. So this is the Baron and the Baroness. And then this is Clara, Lady Epson, her mother. Or like her family. Her parents. She had a brother, Lionel Epson. Simon had a brother, Herbert. You're in all the photographs. Herbert is the older brother. This is his manor. Simon wrote in the books that today is a happy day, etc. They were roommates, in addition to being brothers. Simon and Clara had a daughter, Mary. Mary went missing. The crown was stolen. There's maybe like weird political intrigue around like the insurgents or the rebellion or whatever. Huh. I mean, there's 9 people in here, and we know that 8 letters have been penned. 8 red letters. Okay. Well, that makes today just kind of a normal day then. Just get in there and do whatever. Don't need to worry about the pump room, but there are other rooms I'd like to connect to the boiler room. It'd be great if we got like a wrench or something. That sure would be fantastic. I would love to travel up and down like on the far western side because we're missing like pretty much every letter. See, this is what... More likely to draw red rooms while drafting? That's interesting. The furnace, hold please, connects to the boiler room. Let me mark that we've been, like we've done the pump room. So the furnace is one of the ones we want to connect to the boiler room, so I don't want to draft it here. It would also be great if we had the fallout shelter so I don't get additional red rooms. Oh, this is irritating. So you would be 2 gems, you would just be a key. Let's see what we got this way. So like a very mildly annoying thing. I wish I could just set this to like be a sticky toggle and just remember that I always want this open forever because I have no sense of like direction or object permanence. So hallway would give us a couple different directions we could go. The workshop is like pretty universally a good thing to have here. It would also give us an item early on, possibly just like a lever. The broken lever off the thing, but maybe something else. Corridor's great to have later when we're like low on keys. I'm just gonna take the hallway. Okay, before we go too far, let's pop in and get our gems. I say with absolute confidence, even though, you know, we might run into a tricky one of these days. The gems are in the white box. Only one box contains gems, so you're absolutely true. Only one box is true. You cannot be true. Because if you're true, then by definition, you're the second true box. If I indicated that there was a black pawn in here, I don't remember. Let me just create a section that is like... let's do this. Sorry, trying to keep my notes organized. And also, like, visible. These are the no chess rooms. These rooms all have white pawns, which are pretty common. This is just like all the other chess rooms, but I'm gonna move the, let's just label this like black pieces. And so the 2 that I have are the rumpus room and here, where we are currently, the parlor. And then the oddities so far are like the white rook in the nook and the white bishop in the chapel. Okay. Sorry, I saw that and was thinking about this. So by necessity, you have to be false. You have to be false. Which means that not only one box is true, which means that this one is also true, which makes sense because it's the only one that gives us any indication as to where the gems are. So cool. Okay. This gets us over to the west, which is good. That's what I want. Right, more diggy hole spots because the root garden. Well, I see that you have a magnifying glass. I'm not gonna be able to afford anything, but magnifying glass, sledgehammer for 8. Sleeping mask, running shoes. Like, all of these would be pretty good to have. That's a lot, though. That's very expensive. The den is, like, ideal here. That's so good. That's extremely, extremely good. Imagine if we had that sledgehammer. Okay, so I want this to be just like a dead end. Oh, the office. Meow, I'm a very screamy kitty cat girl. What up? Nope. I think she just wanted to know that I'm still here. That's it. Two items is not bad. The office... Oh, that's all of our gems, and I mean, it just dead ends, whatever. This is kind of a tough choice. Okay, I'm gonna do the office, and the main reason is because there's additional stuff we can access on the terminal now that we know the password. So that is Simon and Clara. And we know that the square jaw man is Herbert. And their daughter is Mary. She's the one who went missing. And we don't really know anything about her going missing other than that's becoming mentioned more frequently as we delve into, like, the mysteries and secrets of this place. Yeah, desert and desert. Oh yeah, that's the White King or whatever. Queen? I think that's the Queen. I don't know, man. Make a note of it. And that this is the office. I feel like these hands are also going to be meaningful in some way because there's one that's pointing straight down, and there's, you know, this one. Who are you with that hair? Do we know you from the family tree? I don't think so. That's Herbert. This is still interesting to me. Yeah, we know about that. Oh, is this the daughter? Hang on. Can we click on that photo? No. Yes. That might be a photo of Mary. It's kind of hard to tell. Welcome to Matt Holly Home Offices. Let's run payroll. It's already been run for the week. Oh, interesting. Okay. Spread gold throughout the estate. Yes, please. Give me that network. Swan song. Now we have the very 90s modem noises. Okay, staff services, remote terminal access. We're not going to have any additional terminals, right? Yeah, because we haven't drafted any. Okay, just had to double check. Electronic mail. So oldest to newest. So from DC Power, RE fuse box repair. Sure. The VAC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we will fix it in a regular service visit next week. Do I have to turn them all white? What the hell does that mean? Is that an extra step? Do I just have to click all the purples one more time? I could do that next time I get the utility closet. From MC regarding changes to the estate. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. From McGuire, McKinley, and McDougall. Law firm, I'm sure. October 7th, 1993. Which I'm assuming is when this is. Fuse box repair, we're replying. Yes, that is the correct functionality. Also, when you are out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is off. Blue, green, white, red, purple. What the hell does that mean? That's not at all how it goes. Blue, green, white, red, purple. We've gone from green to red. We've never seen white. Okay. From emails, I'm going to quote what's in the other one. I'm going to write it down exactly. But then from this one, it is off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Oops, didn't mean to do that. What was the exact quote from this one? The white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 to purple. Okay. The white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. So we have to get all of them to purple, and then I think we have to cycle all of them off blue, green, white. Okay. And then from Ann Babbage, about next week, which is probably when we show up. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. From Ann Babbage. And that's like, that must be like right before he passed or like right when he passed away or something, right? Huh. Um, okay. Are there any data transfers to perform? I don't know what that even means. So probably not. Okay. Okay. And so now, so hello, hello, hello. There's now just randomly money spread around, which I like that a lot as a concept. And we have a very small number of rooms available, so the money is going to be, I think, pretty dense. 12, 13, probably not. If this is one of the red letters, then it's going to be like a big deal to get this open, right? Yeah. All right. I'm okay passing on that until later. So I don't know, just like a comment. If it spreads money, and let's say the money is going to go into, 4 rooms, and we only have 6, or we have 7, but is it just going to do that? Or if we had like 30 rooms filled out or something, does it spread into more rooms? Is there more money available if we have more rooms? I don't know the answer to that. I could see it going either way. I could see each room having like, you know, a 20% chance or something, probably smaller, but like, just a chance to get money added into it when we spread stuff like that. But I could also just see like 4 rooms worth of stuff going out. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Um, Bedroom wouldn't be bad, especially if we could like snake up and around. But I don't know that that's possible. Do we do that, or do we stick with the spare bedroom to try and just like keep progress going along the west wing? It's a good question. I think I'm going to do that. There's also we don't know what the letter is we're missing in there, so we'll do that in a minute. Let's maybe go back the other way and push forward a little bit here. See what other stuff we can do. Oh yeah. Look at that. That being said, we could just go crack open the trunk right now. Sleeping mask would also be pretty good. I'm going to get this because it is specifically immediately useful. Shuffle would be amazing. I like getting a key and a gem. Those are very good things. The money, also great. We're just shy of being able to buy another item. And we'll be back for the spare bedroom at some point. So, okay. And there's probably more money that got spread. Hell yeah. Okay. I increasingly feel confident that we made the right choice to put the office in the corner there. I think this is fine. Another key is very nice. A reroll is incredible. So the spare bedroom is the first like room with a letter that we could unlock that we didn't have before. That's so much money. Let's see what's in the corner first. +1 key for each bedroom in the house, which would just be 1. We could just put the bedroom in the corner. That's also kind of fine. That's fine. I think that's fine. The storeroom is interesting. Yeah, let's do the storeroom. More resources earlier on, that just seems good. That just seems very good and helpful. And bat and bath, yep, you're the letter H. We already know that. Pen and pine. So I think whatever room is in this square is always 100% of the time going to have these same two paintings, which means that the stupid one that I haven't solved, I'm just going to have to figure that out because that is always going to be there. Although maybe we can puzzle out what the word is once we have more. Once we get more of the letters. So this is the mother. This is the Baroness Auravel. I think that's her name. That one name is like specifically hard for me to read. There's like a smudge on the little on some of those letters on like the second and third letter, third and fourth. I don't know. It's hard to see. Anyway, this is the Baroness. Does this qualify as like a pawn chess piece in this room? I don't know. I know that does. I think I already have the pawn written down here though. Nope. Bedroom. And it also has the hand pointing down. Okay, we only have 2 ways forward, so I actually kind of need to be careful about this. That's incredibly irritating, but... Yeah, I'll put security here. That's fine. So let's set it to low for now. Let's set them to unlocked, just in case we do find the utility room. That seems good. We have not... We've got all the money. I mean, it makes sense. We went through 100% of the rooms, so we're good on that front. Is there like a visible camera or anything? I don't think so. It'll just be a novelty. Okay. Ooh. I might do the drawing room. It gives us options. It's also a little bit spooky. Because now we're out of gems. I mean, what do we call that? Mountain? Rock? Vista, cliff, peas. What's like peas plus any random letter? Or pod? Don't know. That one is just not coming to me. There's a white pawn in the drawing room. Do I have that written down? Yes. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. The workshop would be very nice. So let's see what we can do here. Ew. I'm gonna redraw here. The utility closet is pretty helpful, actually. Let's just do this. Okay, we'll turn that off. Turn you off. Turn you on. Turn you off. You don't matter. I think we have to go into the dark room to trigger you. And then we have to, like, turn it on after we go into the dark room once. But whatever. So what were we doing? We're turning them all... See, even then, it goes green, then blue. It's the wrong way, because it said blue, green, white, red, purple. Wait, unless we need blue, green, white, red, purple. Nope, that's not 6. That's 7. Off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Gosh darn it. Okay. Off. Blue, green, white, red, purple. White, red, purple. Off, blue, green. Oh, did I need to get the green one first? Ew. Holy cow. Off, blue, green, white, red, purple. What the hell is back here? A giant switch. Of a Frankenstein lever. Hell yeah. The email unlocked a new thing for us. What is that? Are those gems? The Gemstone Cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you'll start each new day with 2 gems. Oh my gosh, we solved the frickin' puzzle. I didn't realize you had to keep going. Oh, okay, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Any day that we can get permanent progress, oh, I'm all about that. Battery. The letter C. Wait, the letter C? Oh, because we're in one. Yes, I know this. I'm aware of the letter C here. Okay. I mean, we need another item to combine, but we know that those two are a good start. Man, imagine if we had the shovel today. Shovel would go real hard. Ugh. That's such like a crappy position for the chapel. These all are just like turned the wrong way. Is it? It's just because, you know, it's whatever. I wish we had gems for that. I guess we'll do the gymnasium. We did just turn the gymnasium off. Yo, and we got sneakers. that will help. I should go back and set security to more of these doors. Then we're less likely to run into locked doors as we go. Yeah. Okay, I was neglecting my security room duties there for a moment. Okay. I am a huge fan of having so many extra steps. 20 is a lot. Keycard system. Settings. Security level. Maximum. Cool. Cool. We can go buy the eye mask and the... We already have running shoes. The magnifying glass was the other thing. Yeah, that might be helpful. When we buy the eye mask, we will get a bunch of like free additional steps and stuff too. Man, I have no gems. The chapel is... I mean, it keeps us going, which is good, but it's unfortunate because we're losing money. There's just like digging spots in the chapel, which is a little weird. Yeah, there's that like tree motif again. I don't know if that's just like architectural styling or if that matters. Ooh, our 2 free rerolls from the boudoir. I think we take that. Rerolls are very, very good. Yes, please. I mean, the corridor just gets us to the foundation, which is a guaranteed, like, branching point, so I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I kind of want to go... Let's go explore from the chapel. I don't want to burn, like, all my money, but I also don't want to push too far forward yet. Let's do some of the back rank stuff while we're back here. We still have no gems, which is really awkward. This is really unfortunate. We're in the middle. Yeah, we still are well within the zone of... I've not figured this one out. So a thing that I was thinking, I don't know if this is correct, but this could be like different tiers. So then tiger, Tiger, extra word, or the extra letter is the G. Also, when this has the extras and then there's a tie, it's the R. So that's, but like, a tier is like an item? Like that doesn't, is that even a thing? I don't know if that's even a thing. So we're gonna like italicize this. We're gonna make it clear that I have no idea what letter actually goes here. Which could be, which means that this one would maybe be an R. Yeah, okay. Because then the word running through here might be 8. Because we have IGHT, and then we have EIGHT down here. So it's... Yeah. So that could be. Let's see what we got over here. Using the key that we just picked up. Library would be okay. Pantry keeps us going forward, which is interesting. Cannot go into the gem. Or cannot go into the lab because of the gem. You know what I was trying to say. Yeah, I mean, we still have forward progress from the foundation, so this is okay. Yo, the coupon book. Det Bon Margle. Who's Det Bon Margle? Herbert, check this out. Detective? Who? Mary Jones is my mother. Is her name Mary Epson Jones? Is my mother the girl or the lady who went missing? The History of Orindia, 2nd edition. By Caleb Manning. Ruffington Red Publishing, 1979. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Aries Central Board of Education. It has been edited... It has been edited to conform to our department's standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. It's very heavily redacted. The foreword. Blank, the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Blank is no longer blank, 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 known to the average citizen, blank, 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 of the elder generation. We must permit our forward. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. Is that what I'm supposed to be taking away from this? There's the letter E right there for some reason. Ajira. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Ajira, by the ascension of the first king Blank, whose name Oris would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, a new kingdom was born, and it doesn't get a name. It's been redacted. This is not what I was expecting to find here. What was the name of the deity? Oh, it's just in my notes somewhere. My notes are... I've been working so hard to keep them, like, roughly, loosely organized-ish, but... they're just... It's just a mess. Orinda. Oops. Orinda. So Orindia, the I is the extra. So Orindia is the land, and Orinda is maybe the deity of the land? Interesting. Okay. Part 2, the Second Era. It was the fourth king, Blank, who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. That's all we get to learn about that. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Erasia. Something. A land steeped in tradition. So this was like the land of the northern storms. So this is the land of, you know, the eastern seas or something. I don't know. Don't know. Okay. We've seen some of these symbols before. We've seen... This was on the corners of, like, the puzzle box that we solved to get our first allowance. I feel like I've seen this before, but I could be mistaken. And then who knows what that one is. It's blocked out. The Third Era. As the Second Era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by, who knows, commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. And we don't get to know the rest of that. The Fourth Era. As the kingdom Blank entered the Fourth Era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a redacted king who often was seen, redacted, drinking, redacted. A sight that shocked not only the gentry in the court, but the masses as well. There's a note in the middle of the book. Sure. It is Detective Von Margle. What do you know? Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning, with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Arindia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection. But perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. Oh, I don't like the way that sentence is ordered. A taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit, we'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Von Margle, Redguard. Have we seen or heard of the Redguard? Who the hell were the insurgents? Man, I'm gonna have to like start like a politics page just to keep track of all this nonsense. So Desolates, the king, King Desolates III, was renowned as the King of Redacted. No one, when he made the decision to move, redacted. Ving Castle and Court behind. Leaving Castle and Court behind? Don't know. I mean, I don't know what any of that means. The people were overjoyed by this choice and... blank. Were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his... the letter T and then some common folk. I wonder if there's like a... Nah, I'm... If like the letters that are individually not redacted, if there's something in there, but that... No. That seems ridiculous. These blank voices planted the seed blank which took root in blank the grand city of Fen. So Fen Ares Fen Ares or something like that is like the name of a region or something. We've seen that referenced a couple times. In fact, was that even in the... Yeah, the Fen Ares Central Board of Education. Okay. And so Arch Ares was the land of the youngest. So Fen might be one of the others. So Ares Fen might either be the border, or maybe they merged, or the city of Fen within the area of Ares or something like that. I don't know. The grand city of Fen. The era of ruin. After the passing of King Desolates III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. There's probably more in there, but that's just kind of a funny way to read that sentence, or the remnants of that sentence. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the blank Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a blank number of supporters, due to the fact that Desolates IV shared blank little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets stained in red. The pacification of Fen, and it's like on fire. And that's Morning Bay, huh? Okay. I wonder if we had the magnifying glass, if there's stuff to like look at in these images and stuff. The magnifying glass is available for some cash, so we could go get it from the commissary. So I might revisit this. Let's like file this away and make a note. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. So Arch Ares, Nuance, and then Iraja, right? So Nuance must be the name of what was given to the eldest. I mean, unless like Iraja has like another name or something. So we also know that the first one here, which is maybe Nuance, was the middle. The middle of the province, the heartspring of the kingdom. So Arch Ares is up top here. They get like the mountain. Perhaps a Nuance is like the smaller one with like the cities. Including like the grand city of Fen. No, Arch Ares and Nuance. So Fen would be in the south? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot to try to analyze here, and we obviously don't have the full story. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it, the realm. I guess Oris was the city? That's the capital of, like, Oris the realm or something? I don't know. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Hang on. Hold, please. Hold. Dang it, I didn't mean to click out of that. I know where we've seen the symbols, and I know what the third one is. Yeah. Okay. So that doesn't look right at all. that doesn't look right. So we saw the mountain. It was on a blue flag that was supposed to be yellow in the classroom. We saw the hourglass shape down here. This is on the purple flag. And then there was the orange flag that had like a blocky heart shape on it. But that's not what this is. You're a different shape. So is there a fourth region here? Maybe. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. There's so much more history here. All right, Section 6, the current era. Today, the realms inherited by the three. Fenaries. Oh, Fenaries is literally just one of the three. Okay. So then what the hell's Nuance? Is Nuance the fourth? Is that the one with the heart, maybe? I don't know. The realms inherited by the three. Fenaries, Archaries, and Iraja once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. A lot of that's redacted. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. And one redacted line at the bottom, and then a redacted line that's by itself on the next page. What the hell is that? Cool. Great. That was fun. The detective checked this book out twice, which is interesting. Huh. There's, like, there's no way there's going to be anything up here, but I gotta check, right? I gotta check. I want to see if there's anything new in the scrapbook. Don't know what this is, but that's a big one. I wonder if this is like a photograph of the 46th room when you get there or something. I don't know. So we got the electromagnet, we got the detector shovel, we got the dowsing rod. Something is going to go on here, and then there's like a whole page for more inventions, which could be like just a couple of like big ones, or I don't know. Largest purchase. This is all still nothing. Secret passage to the locksmith and the furnace. Maybe one day. I do need to get to those. Maybe one day. Huh. Okay. Then I punched the microphone. Whoops. So it's maybe still worth coming back here with the magnifying glass. I know that I got to go back through the chapel almost certainly. We'll see where this leads first. Ooh. The archives is also very interesting because we haven't actually like encountered it before. You'll no longer be able to see all three of your potential floor plans. I like that gamble. Oh, and it has a vent running through it. Okay, so all that humming and hawing last time. And it does have ducts. Still, I mean, it all worked out in the end last time, but interesting. Also kind of funny that we got the archives right next to the library. This is security cameras looking at this corner for one of the rooms, right? Oh, and then there's the... four? 1, 2, 3, before. The letter A. So coat and cot, probably. We have this one. We have the art here. We've seen it before. I like that we have like different doors. The music is spooky though. I don't know how I feel about you kicking in. That music's kind of intense. Yeah, there's the coat. Okay. August 22 of 85, Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold. Do we have a Marion Marigold? I mean, I think that's Mary Epson. I think that's our mother. So Marion Marigold was maybe her pen name? Because it looks like her. It's like the swooshy bangs. It's like the way her hair is, and then like that swooshy bang. That's how she looks in the family tree photo. So I think that's mother. She adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird. Is this one of the library books? Can we check out our mother's book? Am I going to see my own name stamped in there several times? That would be very cool. I'm excited now. I want to read that book. Thursday, her picture book Swimbird had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. Question mark? She was no stranger to the public eye, even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Yeah, so uncle, the stern-faced man, Herbert Sinclair. Yeah. Our granduncle, the guy who left this place to us at his will, with like an asterisk at the end of that statement. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Got it. Got it. Okay. So yes, that's what that is. Very cool. Swimbird author never considered herself a success. This is just like 6 months later-ish? 5 months later? By Gail Hermes, a Herald staff writer. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. And so we ran out of books that we owned. My imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, she wrote The Red Prince? Oh, no, I mean, we must have seen the name Marigold on it, right? Marion Marigold? Okay. It's based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering, blind loyalty to the throne. Because there's the red faction. Oh, jeez. Okay. Publisher and author detained by the Red Guard in question. So the detective is part of the Red Guard. Who was like looking into her disappearance in 87? Publisher and author detained by the Red Guard in question. Caleb Manning and his publisher, Philip White, were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility for the attack, it is widely believed by the authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who call themselves the Children of the Blackwater. You know what? We need like a politics tab. This would be like politics and political groups and stuff. So, Caleb Manning, author. Philip White. Publisher. RLCF. Members? Question mark? Then up here we'll do RLCF. The Children of Black Water. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, come on. Rebels? Question mark? Geez, I'm gonna have to go back and look at, like, the red letter that we've read. I wish there's a way to just, like, reference that again or something. I might need to check through the menu. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher. Local author, November 17th. So this is like not even a week later. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at the press function. I'd love to, like, get a good look at this guy's face and see if I recognize him from, like, the darkroom photos or anything. I don't know. I should make note that Marion Marigold pen name equals Mary Epson / Sinclair. Parentheses, mom. Author of Red Prince and a bird thing. We just looked at it. We'll go back in just a second. Manning White at press function was seen at the corner. Suspicious bag under the wave down a local. Third major last year. It is anticipated charged by the Crown. Manning was the last. The trial begins on expected to last up to with grand treason. Why did you just cut out part of the article? What was the name of Mother's book? Swim Bird. Okay. This is going to, like, the people in politics section. No trace is discovered of Cinca Eris, but the search continues. Mary Matthew Jones. Okay, hang on. Equals Mary Epson. Equals Mary Matthew Jones. Author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home. The carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. This is 87. February of 87. These dates are probably also important. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to like go back through all these videos and stuff. I'm happy I'm recording this, I guess, but holy moly. We know that she was reported missing. Like, what did the letter say? Like 6 months after the incident, or she had actually last. Ah, man, I forget exactly what it was from that letter. I don't know. Something like that. There was like a weird time gap between when she was reported missing and something, and also the jewels were stolen. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves of the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds, dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. Okay? The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen are the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Ares, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. And Mom may have been involved in that. Let's see what the down is first, the south. Man, there's a lot. There's a lot here. Don't know what that is. Let's do the code check. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24 to get back here. That does not leave us with a lot of steps, so maybe we just drop off like the sledgehammer or something. That could probably be useful someday in the future. Yeah, tier and tie, I think, is what that is. I don't know for sure. Okay, there's a lot of number 8 stuff that I'm observing. Why is 8 on here 3 times? There's 8, the backpack. Can I request a backpack? Alright. Check item. You can retrieve this item on any day that you have a coat check in your house. Cool. So can we check another item? You already have an item checked here. Please retrieve it before checking another. Okay. So I no longer have the sledgehammer. That's okay. We'll save that for the future. We got some usage out of it already. Oh, I kind of want to go get the magnifying glass, but also, like... That's so far. I mean, that's a dead end. I don't have any gems. That would get us back. I don't have any gems. We get a mystery room. Hey, and it connects. Sweet. How fortuitous. Okay, hang on. Where are we located? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is something we don't have the letters for. Card and car. So it's the letter D. The one below us is going to be the letter C. We don't have that letter. I'm curious to see if that is correct, because if so, that's an interesting, like, second half of that message that we've got unlocked. 12 minus 8 is 4, times 4 would be 16. 6 minus 3 is 3, times 5 is 15, divided by 15 is 1. 19 plus 1 is 20. Minus 6 is 14. Times 2 is 28. Divided by 7 is 4. Yo. What are you? The key to the secret garden? I haven't even seen the secret garden. How the hell do we get there? Okay, is this a C? Or is the C the bonus letter? Bird, probably crow. And then a boat, probably row. Yes. Okay. So if the letter for the room right here between like the library and the billiard room, diagonal from the archives, if this we don't have that letter. We don't know what it is. But it's probably the letter E, because then we would have I don't know what most of this is. Most of this is blank up here. But then we would have 8 dates. Crack. Don't have the K, but that's probably what that is. 8 safes. So we'd have 8 dates, crack 8 safes, which means a lot of these dates. Oh, that like hurts my head. There's so many like relevant dates. I don't need to track the workshop headstone letters anymore, because I'm like 80% sure that that's just the letters for like this room puzzle for whatever this like final red letter is, like the air quotes, the 8th red letter or something. Oh man, I want to get back to the rumpus room. We know this as well. There's so much going on here. Let's buy out the commissary. We already have the running shoes, yeah. So, sleeping mask, magnifying glass, those are both pretty helpful. So if we go back up here to the archives, I mean, our only ways forward are around the Foundation. So we gotta go do that. How the hell do we get to the secret garden? Do we check this? Finding it won't be easy. Yeah, no kidding. Do we check this at the coat check so that we have it sort of on demand in case we do run into the secret garden? We're gonna have to find a clue on how to reach the secret garden. Absolutely. I don't think it's worth just clogging up the code check with that key for like an indefinite amount of time, you know? Ugh. Yeah, okay. Miscellaneous notes. I have so many freaking miscellaneous notes all over the place. Okay. Archive. Articles. So I'm just gonna do the dates and like the headline. So AUG 22 apostrophe 85. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Let's keep this a little bit organized, shall we? Jan 27 86. Swim bird author never considered herself success. Huh. Of 1186. Publisher ampersand author detained by Red Guard questioned. Nov 17. I mean, also 86. Marigold drops. Oh, I butchered that word. Publisher. Drop spelled DPOPRS. My brain is melting from trying to do anything with all the politics. Let's see, who? Manning and White. Okay. Interesting that she's the Cinca heiress. That is kind of weird, but whatever. Feb 21, 87. No trace is discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. She has that swan necklace, which we know is also on the family crest for the Epson family, whatever mom's side of the family is called. That's gonna be an interesting one to look at. Okay, let's do September 2. 87 question mark? We don't know. We don't know for sure what year that is. I think it's the same year. I believe it's the same year. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic royale museum heist. Okay, well, nothing from the magnifying glass, but I'm glad we did that anyway because I got the dates and at least the headlines written down. Hey, and our foot is being saved with the shoes. Okay, hang on, because we can look at this real quick. So, Mary Jones, that's mother. This was written by Caleb Manning. So he wrote this. It's been very heavily redacted. Also, he was arrested for defying the current government. Interesting. Okay, okay. We also have some dates here. Do I want to write down all of these? I don't know. Yes, I'm writing these down. I can't talk and write at the same time. February 9th, January 6th, 84. Mary Jones. I know that Mary Jones is mom. I don't need to write that every time. Mar 2, 87. So it's interesting because, or like, I guess an interesting wrinkle here is Detective Bon Margle signed his letter as Detective Bon Margle, comma, like, of the Red Guard. The Red Guard seems to be like the Imperial enforcement arm of the ruling party or something like that. They're the police, they're the Gestapo. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're something like that. And Caleb Manning was arrested by the Red Guard. So I wonder if he's looking into Mary Jones not because she's missing necessarily, but because she's maybe affiliated with the Children of the Black Water. It was in there somewhere. All right, March 2nd. So March 2nd is also like, what, 2 weeks, give or take, after the no trace discovered of the Cinque heiress, but search continues article. So that's right after this. Yeah, and then September 3rd is the day after the museum heist. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Det Bon Margle to after roughly 2 weeks after theirs. Missing article gets published Sep 3rd, 87. Det Bon Margle, day after jewels stolen. So I feel like the way this game is going and the way it's suddenly like, oh, bam, here's like all sorts of weird politics. just tons and tons of politics. And like factions and people and history and redacted intrigue and stuff like that. I feel like we're going to get to the 46th room and discover the stolen jewels or something like that, right? Or like the crown minus the jewels, or an indication that we're descendants from one of the three families, or there's going to be something like that, right? There's going to be something like that. So that is my hunch, and that's why I think the game's throwing all this stuff at us. And then, so an interesting cool little thing here is when I check the book out, I can see what day it is today, right? So I know, or yesterday. When did we do the time lock safe? I don't remember how long ago that was. All right, let's just zoop through and look at like some of the pictures. I don't think we're going to be able to get anything out of the redacted bits. Yeah. I don't know that we're going to get anything out of like any of these pictures either, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm assuming that it's the eldest, and then the middle is the daughter, and then this is the youngest. But there's not really good defining features for this or anything. And we don't know who any of them are or anything anyway. We don't have like names. Yeah, I'm curious about what that symbol is. I suspect that shapes are going to be something akin to like how the art worked out to be, right? Where it's like these are important and we've been seeing them all over the place, or they've been, in all the rooms. And once I have a reason to look for them, it'll make more sense. That's kind of my hunch. That's what I'm leaning towards. Um, yeah, Detective Bon Margle of the Red Guard. The Pacification of Fen. We know that's Morning Bay. Have we seen that name before? I wonder if man, what's the name of the city nearby? Redcliffe or whatever. I wonder if this is like the postcard that's in the boudoir, maybe? Obviously, like, not on fire in the postcard. Oh. I don't know why this just triggered it. The letter K, the peas in a pod, and the mountain. It's peak and peas, or perhaps peaks plural and peas plural. Let me add that to my notes. I'm convinced that that's what that is. Because now we think that it's. I don't need to italicize you anymore, nor you, nor you. Because now we think that there's 8 dates to crack 8 safes. Okay. I wonder if we'll find a way to like unredact this. Or maybe there is a first edition that we can get somehow. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and then I'm just like staring at this game, and it's like, what are we even doing here? What is this? We just took like an hour-long detour into like weird political intrigue and history, and I don't know where we're at now. Huh. Okay. Chapel. Oh, the boudoir is just right here. We can. No, it's not you. It's in the other one. It's in the other bedroom. Oh, and our mask. We get free steps. I should have. We walked through the spare room. Okay, never mind. I'm back. I remember how a video game works. I don't know. Is there anything like interesting in you? New symbolism or anything? I don't think so. No, 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 no. Okay. We still don't have like a basement key, which is a bummer. I can't just like use a key to the secret garden, can I? This is permanent. This is permanent. This isn't just when we're in the archives. Uh-oh, I've made a huge mistake. Uh-oh. This was not a part of the plan. And we have no gems. Let's gamble. Oh, bad gamble. I mean, we've got extra steps, so that's something. Car keys. It has like the 3 triangle logo on it. KL, perhaps? Don't know who that is. Don't know if they're important or not. Okay, well, the guest bedroom is incredibly unfortunate. I'm glad that we got to see the archives. I thought it was only when drafting in this room. I just didn't read. Let's use a regular key. I'm gonna save it, but I want to use the secret garden key, and see if that works. We found the utility closet. I don't know that that does anything for us. For that, the wine cellar. I mean, it's just dead ends. We can't even pick you. We have to just gamble with this. Please be like a cool hallway. It's the pantry. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times, but you are a dead end. I would love to go in there and see what you have, but you are a guaranteed dead end that will end our entire run. So, we gamble. Okay, you're gonna go out as soon as I enter here. Utility closet's so far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'd be 20 steps to go there and back. Which we can do. We have the steps. There's only one way out. This is probably worth it. I mean, this is definitely worth it. Like, we have nothing else to spend our steps on. It would be kind of nice to go all the way out and, like, go look at the new gemstone cavern that we've unlocked. I cannot have battery-powered shoes. It's weird because I know that we can combine you with something, otherwise you wouldn't show up here. Like the key doesn't show up here. We just don't have whatever we need. That's all right. I'm bummed that we took the root garden and didn't get a shovel. This is like basically why I have not taken the root garden until now. But oh well. Dark room back on. I'm glad we've at least found a way to nullify the gymnasium. Yeah, I don't know who you are. I went the wrong way. That's right, we don't have any use for our money anyway. Unless we get a kitchen up here, but we can't because we don't have any gems. Do you have a swan necklace? I can't see. I don't think that's Mom. I think that's our aunt. I don't know. Nobody in our family wears glasses in any of the photos that we've seen, other than this one. That's not true. Lord William Epson. But he's a dude, and this is a lady. So I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't think either of these guys is like the author or anything, so I don't know. Okay, well, this is our only room, so carpe diem. Conference room is good. Conference room is 2 options. Okay, we're still going somehow. Time and tie, we have the letter M. So we're missing specifically all of this. All of this right here. All of that. Okay. You're a red memo, so you're a lie. I think we've looked at this and there's not anything to examine there. I don't think there's going to be anything here either, but... Okay, yeah, this is west side. Ooh, the mail room has a thing that I want to read with the magnifying glass. So even though it's a dead end... Dining room in rank 8, huh? Sure. Let's do the mailroom first because you're specifically a dead end. Wait. A gem! DC power. I don't think there's anything that I care about here. Sadly, that's not labeled. There is a 4th switch on there, though. We know that that's been removed though. What is this? Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Denny Ravain. What? I need like a staff section. Let's just do this. Denny Ravain. Former. Former mailroom, perhaps? Stole Baron's mail? Question mark? Alright, well that is far less interesting than what I was hoping for. Okay, there's a... Is that like a spine? And a pine tree. That's the letter S. Okay, I did actually want to look at, like, a dad in Fen Ares. Or we are also in Fen Ares. Okay. The Grand Realm of Fen Ares with a red flag. In fog we are lost, in fire we are found. That's like a cool motto. Okay, well, far less interesting than what I was hoping for. Got a gem. There will be a package here in the future. We learned the name of a staff member who was stealing the Baron's mail, which is kind of weird, but okay. I mean, we could see if I draft the aquarium. I think the aquarium costs gems. Boat and bat. So this would be an A? No. Oh. Bat. Classically spelled B-O-T. I'm the bot man. Okay. I want to use that special key, but I don't know when the time... I mean, we have no more keys now, so... we'll spend our only gem on the lab. Spend my only gem on the lab. I thought that was a gem. Okay. Card key door, which is great. So I'm gonna write down in staff, I guess, while I'm seeing this and thinking of it. Kimberly Thompson Lab Tech. And like notable feature, lost, bad at drafting. No judgment. I'm also frequently lost and exceedingly bad at drafting. Although I think we did pretty all right today. Mostly just we got like a couple of new rooms that ate up a lot of time that I was pretty thrilled to see. Ooh. Crate. You're like a chart. graph. Box. The one on the left is going to have more letters. Ah, crap. It's going to come to me at the weirdest time, but I don't know right now. Where are we at? Just to the left of the dining room. Whoops. Box. I'll label that crate. And the bar chart. Chart, stand, paper. Nope. No idea. Okay. You draft a hallway from another hallway. That's not going to happen. For each bedroom you draft after your second... No. When you draft a red room, you lose 5 steps, and then a letter will be delivered to the mail room. What? That seems like we could trigger like info dump, like knowledge, lore. If I pick this for each bedroom you draft after your second, how many have we drafted? I feel like we've drafted several. 4. So will that immediately put 2 letters in the mailroom? I'm super curious about that. Experiment setup. Or does it not trigger until I actively draft a new one? Or draft 3? That's not going to happen. And nothing gives us like an immediate benefit, and nothing gives us what looks like a long-term benefit, so there's no reason not to just do this. I do like how the more experiments we run, the more difficult it seems like it is going to be to trigger them. Sure, let's do that. Yeah. Network. I don't think this does anything useful for us. I guess we could, like, remote into the security terminal and see if we, like, missed any items. There's a lockpick kit somewhere. That might be nice because we don't have any keys. That might also just be irrelevant because we don't really have any rooms or gems. Okay. Oh, and that exited. That's not what I wanted to do. I mean, I know it said exit and I clicked on it, but that's not what I wanted. Was there anything else I wanted to do here? I do. I like the little, like, modem thing that's going, but I do wish I could speed this up. It was cute the first couple of times. No data transfers. Okay. So there's got to be something we can do to trigger data transfers. That's going to be a thing we can unlock. Because why else would it be there? Alright, well... oh, I guess we just forward from the dining room. That's interesting, too. I mean, the wine cellar for gems is kind of tempting. Just for our last, like, couple of rooms, probably. our bedroom experiment is untested, so I do need to draft 3 new bedrooms, it seems. That's unfortunate. Chief and chef. Far top left corner. That's the letter I. Yeah, so there's the, like, Hollyberry, that's the Sinclair family, and then the swan over the 2 spades, that's the Epson family. So our family crest is the merging of the 2. I like that. Yeah. Boy, do I wish I had a shovel. Um... And we can just eat that. Let's see. Oh, well, we're out, so it's not going to fit. Doesn't fit. So we have to meet criteria, like be going from a green room, or we have to be going into like like onto the east wing or something like that. That seems to be what that's going to be. What that means. Have dinner. Okay. So we are effectively done for the day. I would like to escape and maybe go look at the gem caverns or whatever. However, if we find the lockpick close by, I mean, we just have to be in like one of these rooms up here, right? Like maybe the guest bedroom or something, but... And I'm assuming it's going to be like on a table or something. I haven't noticed like items, you know, on the ground tucked away in the corner or anything. Doesn't mean it's not possible, but thus far we haven't seen anything like that. So the lockpick kit would be cool to grab. I don't really want to go out of my way to other rooms to see if that is a thing, though. So if we just leave right now, we have 31. We have so many steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I'd have to go up and around. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 would get us outside. We would still have 17 steps, which is like, that's a lot. That's a lot. So we can afford to derp around a little tiny bit. But not too much. I mean, I kind of went over everything and clicked on stuff and didn't see a lockpick kit in here. So I don't think it's in here. Yeah. I did also go through the dark room. I did not grab it from the dark room. Okay, well, I mean, we have like 17 steps, right? May as well push forward a little bit further. It's just right here. It's not going to work. It did work! 3 gems for something confidential. We could go into the maid's quarters for the maid's chamber for the first time. There is a check that we issued this week. I doubt that's going to persist. We probably have to draft the maid's chamber first and then run payroll to go there and maybe get like a +1 allowance or something. I don't know, but there's probably also just like something in there, right? There's probably just stuff in there. We also would get a lot more steps because it's technically a bedroom and a red room. But what's this? This could be... What are the 2-star rooms that we know of? There's the cross, like, hallway corridor intersection thing. There's the green one, but I think we'd have to be on the edge for that. What else costs 2? I don't think there's very many that like keep going straight. Let's do it. What else am I gonna do with these gems? It's the 4-way passage. Okay. Well. Oh, the passage has ducts. I've not really even been looking all that much. Rooms with ducts. Where the hell was I writing that down? Okay, that's really good to know. Nope. Yeah. Okay, well, so we could have gone to the maid's room and maybe, you know, we would have gotten more steps for sure and maybe learned something, read a thing. Who knows? That's all right. There's always tomorrow. Good grief. These days are just taking longer and longer. Although there has been like an awful lot of reading. So I know that's gonna like die down eventually as we run out of new stuff to read. Left into the gym. Oh, and we didn't get a letter for that room. That's all right. You. Nope, there's no, there's nothing worth magnifying here. Reddington. Well, at least we've looked. See, and that's interesting. She has like a moon pendant or something, whereas our mom had like a swan pendant. Hmm. Is there anything? Oh. The White Sea of Yore. Morajai. It's very blue. Am I the Prince of Morajai? Is that why I'm the Blue Prince? Did I just solve it? Parlor, commissary. There's nothing else for us to buy. Office. Is there anything I want to like magnify in there? I don't think so. We have 20 steps. What's even written in the office? I mean, we're here. We may as well. It's unlikely we're going to burn through all these steps anyway. M. Lowry. Yeah, the rules for the parlor game. Just that. Yeah, nothing here either. March of the Count. We haven't seen any real reference to a count anywhere. Nor anything about counting, really. I feel like there was something written out in the root cellar, so maybe we go out there with a magnifying glass and see if there's anything to read. I don't know, man. I'm grasping at straws. We have the magnifying glass. That seems to be a pretty rare feat. Oh, and I'm outside, so there's no map. Let's go look at the gem cavern. That's the big thing that I wanted to do. I don't know. We could go skim through the. Still haven't opened the U. We can go skim through whatever was written in the orchard garden room by the new gardener, the new groundskeeper. Well, hell yeah. Is that all four? Does that do anything for us? That is all four. Is that an elevator? That is not what I was expecting. Holy moly. I cannot grab the diamond that's just kind of sticking out there. Okay. Here's the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of the cave walls. So I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use to us up here. So Dave went ahead and made a call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be too happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now, there's still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked in a short track. We ran into that one. Yeah, it was way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage. So I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. Okay, interesting. A hint about the cart, which I already kind of have dealt with. We have like a diegetic, like an in-universe justification for why we only get 2 gems per day out of that gem mine. That's fine. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Man, I don't remember if there was anything in here. We have the shoes. We have a lot of steps. The shoes triggered. That's great. So I guess I don't mind popping in here. Where am I writing down dates? I just need like a new tab that's just dates, don't I? Dates. Gardener. Oh, gardener's logbook. Started April 10, 92. The survey results, the gas line, a couple of the deities. Okay. And some sort of secret to accessing the cloister. I do want to go back and review my my VODs and see how I did that. Thus far, I have not done that. Obviously, because I don't know how to. I don't know why I'm opening the map. It's just habit at this point. If I had reviewed the VOD, I would know how to get to the cloister, and I would have mentioned that out loud at some point. But I've gotten there, what, twice on accident? Also, at some point, I want to go through and read just all these. I know I've said that before, and that is still true. Green rooms. Cloister. Covered walk in colonnade surrounding an enclosed and seemingly inaccessible garden. Seemingly inaccessible. A solitary angelic statue in the center of the grassy patch provides the secluded court a hallowed atmosphere. It's unusual. I've only gotten there once. It cost 3. That was horrifically expensive. That's a cool room, though. And now we can identify who the statue is. It's probably... I don't know. It's going to be just one of the other angels. Okay, so what the hell are you? Where do you go? Just up or down, I guess? Oh my gosh. Yeah. This would, I would not do this in real life. I would not be able to do this. Elevators are fine. Glass elevators? Absolutely nightmarish for my fear of heights. I cannot do glass elevators. I really can't. It's like exterior of like a building or something. Like this is also real bad. I don't like it. Safe 502, Scripts and Rudford Mining Company. Excavation Department. Okay. Oops. Just expanding my weird dates section. Performance log number 3. Date 7/2/1915. That's a long time ago. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much larger arcade carved into the rock face. Interesting. So these are ancient. Okay. Last week when our crew first arrived, so this lends even more credence to that we're part of the royal family, or that this was the site of the castle or one of the important civilizations from the history of the area. Something like that. Okay. Last week when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we've uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we've surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we'd first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried, or both, because of politics. Oh my gosh, I would be dead in real life. I could not do this. There's more down there too. This is cool. It's also dark as heck. Because we're here, like, you know, super late at night. We spent so much time in the house. So this is the precipice, huh? Is this is still part of the precipice? Oh my gosh. So we have the office here. Oh, and it lit up. We don't have the king. Which is king, which is queen? I think this is the king now, so you are probably the queen. I don't know. That one's in the office. We don't know what this one is. The rook we have seen. We have not. I don't think I've even seen a knight anywhere in the frickin' house. The rook is in the nook. Did we draft the nook today? I guess we didn't. We did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I like this. We also had the chapel, right? That's somewhere around here. Oops. And then upon, like, any of these rooms, yeah. Oh, so we're missing 2 rooms. So we need these specific rooms. This is so cool. This is very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the chapel's just south. I was close. I just was going the wrong way. So I think maybe this is the king, and so maybe the queen is like her ladyship's chambers or something, and then... I don't know, man. I don't think any of the rooms have a knight. What's that? What's that? What's that room? What's that room? What's that room? What's that room? Security has a knight? Yo. We're 1 room shy. You're not like the entrance room? That's a bummer. I can't imagine that we, like, have missed any of these, unless you're, like, in the archive or something weird, you know? I'm absolutely gonna do this, because this could solve a cool puzzle for us. It won't, because we haven't seen you. You're gonna be, like, her ladyship's chambers, or maybe, like, the secret garden or something. You're gonna be one of the ladies' rooms. Not the Baroness, that was your mother. Dang it. That's cool. Okay, that's super cool. We gotta figure out what room that is. I also gotta figure out where the knight chess piece is in the security room. Because that was just a fluke. Don't know what you're all about. Performance copy. Do not remove from sight. Realm and Blank. Sigils of the Past and Per. By Prof. R. Willard. Fenaries, Robert Bird and Sons. We have seen almost this. We've seen a different version of this. It was only thirds, not fourths. Interesting. Something the first area found, something either of a natural something, creations of accustomed to record various signs, the aid of. They did this in order that the of the realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new... Okay, sigils is what we're talking about here. Sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils. Those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each signal and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils has special meaning. We're taking a screenshot of this. The precipice. Book on sigils. We're pasting that in because this is very similar to the one that we saw in the catacombs. Yeah. The sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. So we can go decipher the one that's in there, in theory. Each sigil is composed of 4 things. So there's a core, there's the dividing lines, the rays, the motes, which is that these like teeth, little like tooth pairs, little like triangle mountain things, and then there's a border. I'm very excited to go look at the other one. Oh, hey, so this one at the very, very top is probably, yeah, Orinda. That's gonna be the one that was redacted in the middle from the geography book. I love that we're seeing all of this stuff in the same day, even though I've been recording this damn video for like 2.5 hours and feel like my voice is about to give out. Okay, the core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. So there's 5 realms, huh? Let's go to politics. I'm going to build a new page, and it's going to be history. And it's probably going to be very closely related to politics. But I'm just going to get a photo of the... just like those 5 shapes, I guess. Okay, 5 realms. Orinda. Orindia? Orindia. Orinda is the deity. Orindia. Hang on. Hold, please. Please hold. Where did I write down the name of the other deity? Arena. Okay, never mind. I didn't know if that was... I mean, this is air or something. I wonder if there's 7 realms, 7 deities? I don't know. Never mind. Orindia, F-E something, E-R something, C-O something, A-R something. I think that's an R. That's definitely an R. R, Core, Fe. Okay. Aries, so we know that there's Aries, there's Fen. I can come back and like populate this from my other notes later. I'm trying to get some of this stuff down. Okay. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Interesting. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Several examples from well-known something. The rays from the core will come, fighting lines, splitting the sigil from one sigil to another. They differ number, style. Differences will reveal several things. Counting these will reveal transportation. Lines of transportation? Oh. So this with like the things is like indicating what sort of transportation they had. Sigils. So the parts. So there's core, which is the realm. Rays. Transportation. Something that indicates like transportation. And perhaps... I mean, if there's lots, that means they're probably connected to lots of neighbors. Huh. So, ship routes, different rays, different directions, carriages, rough trails, forays, horse galloping, locomotion. Different examples. There's got to be... Man, there's a lot missing here. Ah, these are different types of rays. Okay. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm gets the 3 vertical lines pouring down. The jagged one is stormy weather. A dotted line with falling circles means it's a cold realm with snow. Windy is displayed on the sigils, used for the bent curved lines. Okay. We know one of the realms was like the windy realm. We know one of them was like the cold, snowy north. Moats. And these have distinct shapes. This is very cool. Okay. On each sigil floating between the rays are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society that a given realm proclaimed. If they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. So, like, transportation slash, environment? Realm slash name, I guess. Okay. So, moats. So, tribal is just like a star. Agricultural is the one that's cut in half like that. So, martial. So, the one that we have seen was martial. And the one that's an example in here. So, you're the pentagram, and you're also very martial. So, this is Fen, which was sacked? I don't know. Oh, no, Metropolitan. The one that we saw was Metropolitan, because it had the little, like, building things. Large city-state with a dense urban and populous center. It was academic. I don't remember what the core was for the one that we saw. Academic would be just the 3 vertical lines. Center for knowledge. I want to, like, take a picture of everything in this damn book. The weather one is, like, kind of easy because the weather, like, matches what it is, right? Like, the one that looks like a lightning bolt means that they had lightning. They had storms. Academic Center for Knowledge, advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial, scribble with a dot. Engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Spiritual, you get the circle with an X and dots. An elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. Poetic, like a flower. Strong focus on the advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. Border. The colors matter. Core, rays, moats, border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. We're probably going to have to, like, assemble a specific sigil or something as a puzzle. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But also, we know that there's one we can decipher. Okay. Let's just take another photograph here. And it's just the same 8 colors that are cropping up everywhere else, right? White, green, yellow, violet, pink, red, black. Yeah. So we know... so this one from back here is the squiggles, so that's red. These lines, I don't know, like, the pages were missing, but it might be like they had railroads or they had harsh trails and they're militaristic. I don't know. But it had the squiggles, so that's red. Yes. Putting it all together, by studying the core, rays, moats, and borders of the sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Red, scribbled out, banners, Marshall, fog. So that's foggy weather, I guess? Sure, it's missing. Maybe like one of these? I don't know. Okay. Okay. So I'll take one final picture of this because that's our that's like our example that's been solved. So we've learned that that's fog. I think the other one that we looked at in the crypt also had fog, which is interesting. Okay. And that's the edge of the universe here. This is cool. This stuff is super old. Fen Ares. So I wonder if they combined or something, or if this is Fen Ares as like a unit, the pentagram. I don't know. We've seen a bunch of those symbols, so the symbols are starting to make more sense now. Now at least we know when we see those symbols that it's indicating a specific region, a specific like province. I don't think there's anything else useful down here. So yeah, the redacted one in the book, the only symbol that fit, yeah, this symbol right here. This is Arindia, I believe. I'm assuming. So I don't know why that was like censored in that book. And it's all over too. Look at this motif is like just baked into the elevator. That's interesting. I don't know what to make of that. I mean, that's 100% going to be like another secret permanent upgrade something. We're going to be able to like requisition that gets opened. Same with this. This has to be something that we can get cleared at some point. Huh. I'm genuinely not sure what to make of all the like political intrigue stuff that's popping up, you know? That's kind of just come out of nowhere. I was not expecting a lot of political intrigue to be at the core of this game, but you know, it sure is. Family tree. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mary Epson. She does have like the swan. So there's Lionel Epson. I feel like we've seen his photo before, but I don't know for sure. That's Clara Epson. So that's my grandmother with the beauty mark. That's Simon Sinclair. So that's my grandfather. And I guess they lived elsewhere, or they maybe also lived here with Herbert Sinclair. That's unclear to me, but whatever. There's Baron Thomas Sinclair. So that is my great grandfather. And Baroness Arve. I think that's just an I. Baroness Arve. And she has the moon pendant. He's the guy with the chops. Okay. And then over here we have Lady Ashlyn and Lord William Epson. And then there's the family tree is torn off. So there's got to be something else, right? The Mount Holly family tree. It's cool. It is pretty cool. Okay, good grief. This was such a long video. I gotta call it a day. Oh, I gotta call it a day. We got a lot done. We got some permanent upgrades. We got just way more knowledge stuffed into my brain than I was prepared for. We have a corporate manor. Because we had like the conference room, the office, the laboratory, mailroom, library, workshop. Oh yeah, it says right it says right there. Oh my gosh. Conference room, office, and the mailroom. That makes it a corporate manor. That's funny. Only 2 new rooms. But it was what, the root cellar, and then it was like the archives. Like the archives. Oh, the archives and then the frickin' book in the library. Those 2 destroyed me. Back to back. Holy cow, there's so many words to read. Alright, I'm done for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. This was a lot. Hopefully they're not all this long, but they might also be getting longer, as I just had to do more backtracking and reading and puzzle solving and critical thinking. I'm really excited for whenever we get the tomb and can go down to the basement again. I want to get the basement key also. That will be great whenever we get that. I have no influence over that. It's going to be cool when it happens, though. Yeah, I'm done. Thanks for watching, everyone. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.